Oh, I know. I know. That should be. The commissioners.
You'll stand and join me in the pledge flag. We'll call the meeting order. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Amy, what do you have for us this evening?
There's your minutes from last meeting.
Okay. Got a motion on minutes? On that motion? I'll second. Okay, got a motion second, all in favor? Okay.
You got it? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, your updated.
Meeting minutes, or meeting times? Okay. Is everybody good with our updated meeting times? Okay, do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Got a motion, a second, all in favor? Okay. And our meeting times are all gonna be at 7 PM now, first and third Mondays, unless Monday falls on a holiday, then we do Tuesday.
Okay, so I do have a couple bonds.
Okay? Just two?
Looks like just one.
Okay. Have a bond, I'll make a motion, have a motion on bond? I'll make a motion. Have a motion, second. A motion, second, all in favor? Okay.
Okay, you have one claim here, redevelopment.
Claim for redevelopment to pay for 3 years of the code red. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, have a motion, second, all in favor? Thank you, redevelopment, if you're out here this evening for that. What else, Sam?
Well, then, the rest is about your website and papers, you guys all have tonight.
Okay, so website, very good bunch of prices. Amy, I told you I was gonna look at you for some guidance, because you're gonna be one of the ones that has to operate it, so, you guys tell me what you think, but I'm gonna look and get for guidance on the one that you thought, looking at price and functionality.
Well, City Plus is probably number one, but it is the most
It's the most
expensive.
expensive one too, yeah.
Catch that probably is my second.
Okay,
They did fire back with the cheaper proposal.
okay. Did they, and what was the reason for the cheaper proposal? Just make it a better deal, or, okay. I didn't know if they cut anything out or anything like that.
And then, Revise,
Okay.
and they're pretty reasonable price too. Like I said before, all three of them is actually good, it's just what you wanna pay.
Right. You guys got any thoughts, questions?
You're picking up all the expense anyway, right?
What's that, John? What'd you say, John?
I said they're picking up all the expense anyway, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Picking up all the expense. This is for our website.
Oh, well, okay.
So, I have two different quotes.
That was the first one, and they came back with the second one.
Okay.
The second one's cheaper.
The cheap.
And I've been on, I think I've been on a call with all three of them. On the first call, I don't think I've been in all the calls. They were all,
And this is just for 1 year.
Well, you got your startup cost to design and create it. Then what it's gonna cost you, annually. You can take that startup cost, this here,
Yes.
and split it out.
Okay, that's what that's
Yeah,
about.
it's not.
We're still gonna pay $5,000 a year, period.
Well, this one here is 10,000.
Okay. And that was a very, very good looking system.
Yeah.
Well, we've not had good luck with one of the cheapest on electronic stuff, so.
Last time we done cheap, they just went out of business and what happened?
Yep, exactly. So, like most things when you go into business, you clear out your outliers, which is, one on the way low end and one on the way high end. So, I would want to consider, that, one of you guys want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion with the stat.
That one, Amy,
It falls right in the middle on
Yep.
price,
Yep.
and she's happy with the way they work too, so. You make a motion?
Make a motion.
Okay, I got a second. A motion and a second, go stack, all in favor? Okay. Go with Gov Stack. Okay, so website, we're gonna go with website. Okay. Last meeting, we voted to get rid of Corsica. Barry, how are we on that as far as our legal end, as far as moving Corsica out?
Well, they've not contacted us at all, right? You provided me evidence that
I
you had
gave
sent
you
them.
an email that, I sent something on 29th of January,
Yeah,
so we would like to make a decision tonight on our upcoming IT and cybersecurity company too.
but they had not basically kept up their end of the agreement, right?
And I think
You
Amy,
gotta do what you gotta do, so just go ahead.
Amy and one of the other fellows that's helped us out quite a bit has come through and found probably several other breaches in our contract.
As I recall, your email to them also pointed out some of the problems, and the contract said they had so many days to try to correct any problems.
Right.
If they haven't reached back to anybody to try to correct anything.
Starting December, they got the last computer, March 30th.
I think we need to go forward to conduct business, so it's fine.
Well, I know we've got two different proposals here, and the dollar difference between ICS and
You know,
I never remember
so we've got several different, and they should have listed several ways. Here's my thoughts. We've had these guys once before. We had issues with them. Edge IT has stepped in and helped us in the interim. He also said that since he also serves the health department, and Doc, you're happy with the health department?
Yes.
Sheriff department, anybody here from the sheriff, and you're happy with the sheriff department? He said, when we put the three of them together, we could probably get, but you have to get our approval to go with him. He could offer us cheaper. And they have stepped in and been on time to help us with some stuff because we hired them on a time and materials basis. That would be my recommendation to go with Edge IT.
And they have somebody local that we can call them and they'll be here
Yep.
30 minutes from us.
like I say, I've gotten good recommendations from the sheriff department, health department on their past history. So
The night of the tornado, that guy right there almost beat me to jail.
Thanks,
I was
Frank.
trying to dodge trees in the power.
Appreciate it.
Fun night, wasn't it, Nick? And his face was around a lot too. I remember seeing him a lot through that too. So.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we accept Edge IT as our new IT provider.
I got a motion and a second to start with Edge as our new IT and cybersecurity provider. All in favor? Okay. Good luck, guys. Thank you for the time that you've already spent and for what we're getting ready to go through. Okay. What else, Amy? Anything else?
That's it on my end.
All right, Gary, what do you have for us this evening?
Just a couple things. Last fall, Milestone paid, 350 South, District 2. We weren't happy with the service. Recommended we withhold 40% of their payment, which we did. They've come in this year and built it all, donated the buildings to us and replaced it. So no one has any issues.
Have they gotten the two
They have
I
not
have?
come back and fixed the joint yet.
Okay.
But they do have a list of every place we've asked them to repair. And I have a letter committing them to repair those things.
Okay.
But like I say, those are joints, they're not.
Those are transition
they're-
joints,
They're
yeah,
not
and they're-
hundreds of thousands of dollars like we were
No.
talking about this.
No, no.
So they have billed us for the 40%, but since I asked you guys for a motion not to pay it, you probably need a motion.
And you say you've got a letter that outlines, I know.
Yeah, they're still intended to fix the bad joints.
I know we had a couple items, we had a couple years to get things taken care of. I wanna make sure you take care of it.
Yeah.
I wanna make a motion that we pay them 20% and keep 20% until everything's completed, until all the standards.
John, you?
I agree with that, because they hadn't contacted me either on the mess they had up in my district.
So I have a motion to pay 20%, withhold 20%. Do I have a second? Okay, a motion second. All in favor? Okay.
The only other thing I have is Ohio Valley Gas is putting a gas line in a private easement down Sawmill Road. However, they do need to cross the road, in 2 locations. I've asked them to bore it, they've agreed. Locations are 50 feet west of, 3rd Street, and then another 340 feet west of that. They'll be boring under Sawmill Road, but the rest of the line is in private easement up and down again. So I have a whole armature agreement that Terry has prepared, so it's free to sign.
John? How do you feel about that? Okay.
Okay, for the, yep,
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion for that.
It's just one signature.
John made a motion. Have a second?
Actually, for Bob, it says president, so.
Probably just that.
Okay. You want use your motion to reflect that, John?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. Will you sign this? All in favor?
That's all I have, though.
Thank you, Jerry. You need this. Terry, what do you have for us this evening?
Got a couple things. We've got an engagement letter from Barnes and Thornburg that I think's in your packet that's for approval, get it signed tonight.
Okay. And that engagement would be for financial, that is for work they're gonna be doing for us on upcoming projects.
Yes, and, yeah, it reflects also, I think, a past project or two, too. They
Okay.
had.
Okay. Any discussion on that? I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion. I have a second?
I'll second.
I got a motion, second, all in favor? Okay.
And then we've got, approval of some different invoices. That Rick sent a sheet, Rick and Paul, in order to approve by the commissioners the fees associated with the last project.
And those are to be
All paid by Heartland.
by the developer, yes.
None of them are to pay by the county.
Okay, but they just
So
need to
the
be
county
approved by.
approve them, and then Heartland's paying them all.
Okay, okay. I have a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make makes a motion, and a second.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor? Okay.
Then before I'm done, Hannah, I think you got one thing.
Yeah, this is, so with respect to the Deriva decommissioning bond that we were all talking about on April 10th, we sent an informal but definite extension of the posting date for that bond. They have made progress since then and are hopeful that they'll get that bond paid well before the May 1st deadline. But they've asked, the higher ups at their company have asked for a more formal just document stating that that extension was granted, so that's the letter before you. That can be approved just by the
And that extension was for May 1st.
May 1st, yeah, Friday, May 1st.
Okay. Any discussion there? Okay, I'll take a motion to sign this.
I'll make some motions.
Second.
Okay, got a motion second, all in favor? Thank you, Hannah. Terry, anything else?
That's all I have.
Terry? John, what do you have for us, Stephen?
Nothing,
Okay, Brent?
Just an update on, bridge structures on 700 South, 400 East, they are completed now, that was really good. We are putting together some work for a new dump truck down in our area due to electrical issues that we've been having issues with one. We're still working out the specs and stuff for that, but other than that, I don't have, that's it.
Okay. One thing I have is, I talked to the guys down at the bridge on Wolf Street today, well, no, last week, and they said everything goes good, they should pave on Wednesday. But I saw people working down there today. JD, did you go down there today and see anything? So it should be open this week. Everything should be good, so I know a lot of people will be looking forward to seeing that back open. Jason, I got you on.
I don't have anything.
All right. Old business, Bryer subdivision.
Well, this is our third year to come. We've requested, road pavement in our subdivision. The Bryer Hills has 42 houses, and we're less than a mile to turnout. And we would like to have it repaved in a manner similar to other rural areas that have been paved with fewer homes. 42 houses in less than a mile. That's approximately 80 members that can vote, and right now we have 2 political candidates that have posted signs. We're sort of a forgotten area of the county. We are not in the city, we're in the county, as Walmart and McDonald's are. And our road is deteriorating. About 25 years ago, it was chipped and sealed, and we would like to see some improvement on it. The road is we used to be more geriatric. Now we have teenagers, we have younger families moving there. Everybody has at least 2 cars. Amazon's there a lot, and we trash with 3 trash removal companies. School bus comes through. The road's heavily used, and our taxes went up, and it looks like we're a very highly desirable neighborhood to live in. I don't think we could get the money out of the homes that we are assessed, but it's very nice. But the people have maintained their yards, they've maintained the property. I think we'd like to see that road improved to go along with the neighborhood.
And like I said, budget times are coming up, we can take it under advisement. I'm
That's
not gonna
what
make
we're
any
here for.
promises, we have been out and made a few repairs on it. I did
Well-
make sure we had that, and if we need to make some more repairs until something
There are
else
a couple
happens.
potholes that do need addressed.
Okay,
We appreciate your service. Thank you.
and I thank you for coming forth too. Any other old business that you came in to see? Okay, new business. Clerk, Tanya?
Yeah, I have just a few things. Miriam, of course, we're vote center now, so people don't remember that. So that means you can go anywhere in the county to vote. Just take your ID wherever's convenient for you. But Miriam is requiring this year a rental agreement for us to use the building along with a certificate of insurance. So I wanted to bring that for you to you. I don't mind filling out the rental agreement, put my name on that, but I need the county to have a certificate of insurance, so. And I don't mind even getting that, I just need to know where to contact
Really,
them.
Commissioner should approve the agreement too.
Right, well, I'm looking at the insurance being, I don't know if that's an issue one way or the other or not. So I don't know the answer to that question.
So is the insurance just supposed to come to the building or something happens to it, or?
I'm really not sure. Doug, you wanna speak on that?
Well, we've never had it before, and I don't know why we have to do it now. But our clerk treasurer is insisting on it, it's not the board. So I don't know why the county would have to provide that, and I don't know why we would have to provide, the county would have to provide a rental agreement to the town. I don't regret the county having to do that.
The rental agreement, I don't think that, I think we rent other buildings too.
Yeah.
Just a roof tank.
Just a roof can. I said, there's at least one other building we do, we rent it.
We would not sign a rental agreement with them.
But we do rent, yes, okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
I
as far-
don't think, the town has ever charged that, but
Yes.
did we charge?
Yeah, I think it's $100.
Is that what we charge?
As far as the certificate of insurance, we need to check with Springer and see.
Yeah, I think you definitely should. The town needs to check to see what their insurance will cover too.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
It may be that you can just notify them it's gonna be covered in the policy.
Yeah, if they need to have a certificate or what you're wanting that insurance to be, is it total liability, is it
Yeah,
coverage
total
of the
liability
building?
is what it would be. Yeah, they can email that.
Doug, what does your insurance cover?
Well, right now, we have no liability in the town. Now, Springer's worked with two insurance companies, tried underwriters to try to get that resolved and get it. We got property insurance,
So nothing for the buildings?
nothing,
So
no
that's where our
liability.
insurance comes in and
Yeah.
covers.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea to make sure we get it included.
It would have to be, it'd fall upon the county.
Somebody falls or something happens.
I will be in town tomorrow. Remind me and I'll go by Springer's. We both have to go by Springer's or whatever and see what we need to do that.
And I emailed you this too, but here's the rental agreement if you want that. Do you have it in your email, Amy?
Yeah, you emailed it to me.
Gotcha.
You
Yeah.
guys have any problem with signing the rental agreement? Make a motion if you want any problem.
I'll make a motion, we sign a rental agreement pending insurance liability.
Got a motion, do I have a second? Okay. All in favor? So, who's gonna sign this? IR?
The commissioner, the president.
Okay, so you want to amend your,
I will amend my motion to have Bob sign it as president of the board.
I'll let you fill out these dates and everything, and then make sure Amy gets a copy of this.
Now, I have a couple other things, if you don't mind. I know you just voted tonight to have Edge as our, new IT. Last meeting, when you guys voted to get rid of Corsica, I moved ahead to try to get, someone here for election day. And if you're okay, I would like Charlie, that way don't rush them on knowing what needs to be done. I'm sure they can handle it, but, I'd like Charlie to be on site with IT. He's with ICS, he's been doing it the last 5 years, except for this past year. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that.
Ryan, do you see any issue with that at all?
They wouldn't be doing, let me think, they wouldn't be doing, I would need their contact, just in case something needed to be done, but Charlie would just be doing my stuff on election, doing the uploads and stuff, and then contact them, and they would do if something went down and they needed in the system.
Okay, you see Ben here, when you said Charlie, I recognized the name.
Yes, yeah, Charlie's done them all except for the last one.
Any concerns there?
Well, we've done, I think 12 years of elections in Montgomery County without a hitch. So I'm pretty confident we can do it correctly and set you up and everything. And we were actually just talking about setting up early and testing to ensure it'll go well. So I'm confident we can do it. But I understand your comfort level with Greek's IT also.
Yeah, this election, of course, is just very stressful, so if we can remove one of those stresses from me, that would be great. Nothing about you, it's just, I have the relationship with Charlie that he can.
Brian, could you guys work together with Charlie to make this transition? I think that might be the easiest. He's been here for 5 years. You guys are gonna be taking over.
Oh, sorry.
You guys-
Frank's worked with him before also,
Yeah.
so he actually knows who it is, so, okay, why don't we do
I
that?
appreciate that,
Let's,
yeah,
let's,
thank
let's,
you
let's
very
do that,
much.
then let's let them both work together and transition in, go from there.
Okay.
All right.
And then the last thing, about a year ago when I was at conference, I went and talked to VStop. They're who we send in our serial numbers and stuff of our machines. Some of you might know that. But it is a voting system technical oversight program. And I signed up for a volunteer election audit. And they got a hold of me about 4 months ago and asked if this would be a good election. And at first I was like, no, it's too stressful, but of course I said, yeah, absolutely. So they're gonna do a post-election audit on Sullivan County this year, and that's gonna take place June 11th here at the courthouse. And I just wanted to let you guys know that before I put it out in the public. But it'll start at 11 o'clock and it'll go 2 to 4 hours. Everyone's invited to come, take a look and see. You can come and go or stay.
And
But
what-
I'll be putting that out to the public and.
What's involved in the post-election audit?
They'll show a little video to show exactly what takes place, but it is just to prove and to make sure voters, we have, integrity of our vote systems. You know, so they'll do random, how they explained it to me, they roll dice based on who's in the audience. You pick a number, they roll dice, and that is what they pull off of the tab, the roll or VPAT, you know, you've been to vote, it's that paper stuff now. So they'll pull that vote off, it's no names or nothing, to make sure that our system matched the, you know, that the, machines tabulated correctly that voter's votes.
So the paper matches the electronic.
So my question is, if they do audit it and there's discrepancies and it changes the vote outcome, how would that work? Cause it's a month and a month delay.
Yeah, so that would be a question for them, they've never had that, and I honestly don't expect it with us,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a
Yeah.
question to throw out of the air. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
month later and,
Yep.
you know, everybody's already set for the general election.
Yep.
It's just like, what if it does happen?
Somebody judge would have to
Yeah.
decide, the judge would have to decide then if somebody really brought it forth then to challenge it.
but I encourage everyone to come and take part in it, you know.
What was that time again on June 11th?
June 11th, 11 o'clock,
Okay. And where will that be?
down in the rotunda in the courthouse here. And they'll have 6 or 8 tables set up in the middle and, yep, volunteer.
How long are they just a couple hours? Is it?
They said 2 to 4 hours, just depends on, what all they're doing. And we got to pick 3, races to be, looked at, and it has to be races that are well contested, and then races that are for the whole county. So we couldn't really do, the Senate because we have District 38 and 39. So the election board chose the commissioner's race, the sheriff, and representative. So those are the races that will be audited. But it's a big deal, I'm pretty excited about it, so,
Okay.
Something new.
yeah,
Is that it, Tony?
that's it. Thank you very much.
Any other new business as you came in this evening?
While we're talking about IT, we've brought it up several times in our Park and Lake meetings and stuff about piggybacking IT and some of the stuff, the other branches of the county government. Just trying to see if that's possible or.
Which is what
your thoughts are.
what we're kind of trying to do here, because, Edge IT also has the commissioners now, or the county, commissioners, the courthouse, the jail, and the, health department. So, I mean, you need to talk to that gentleman, the 2 gentlemen in front of you, for your board, to see what they want to do, Buzz. Does that help you?
Louis is the president of the board, they can
Okay.
speak for Dewey.
Okay, yeah, so Dewey, that's up to you then, buddy. Ryan, Dewey's sitting here on the front.
All right.
He might want to talk to you about that, so, yeah, because I know it's economy of scale, if more of us are doing it, it can be cheaper.
I just figured the more we could umbrella under
Exactly
the
right.
county, maybe we could save some money.
Right, and continuity too, not different IT and cybersecurity companies throughout the country.
Hey, Ryan, I do have a question for you. The treasurer just got 9 computers, I think. How quick can you get those installed? Because I know she's having some glitches with some.
Yeah, so we got those in, 2-3 weeks ago. We got them in pretty quickly. We just need to make sure we have access to the network and the username and password to join it to what's called a domain, so that we can have it on the network correctly, things.
And that has to come from Corsica.
Right.
So, Terry, I guess maybe you need to give them notification legally that we are changing companies.
Somebody
He was
will-
from Edge, I had him within a couple of days.
Yeah.
They're holding up and just waiting for you guys to
So,
kick one out, bring one
would you
in.
guys normally contact them now, or do we need to try to get the stuff from them, or?
We can go ahead and contact them, and if we encounter problems.
Yeah, then let me know,
Mhm.
cause you'll know what you need to ask for. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, any other new business as you came in this evening?
I just wanted to, talk to you just a little bit about, the hospital real quick. Okay, so I know most of you, but my name is Erin Ledoux, and I am the Director of Community Engagement at Sullivan County Community Hospital. And I just wanted to say a few words on behalf of the hospital tonight when we look at, maybe making some changes and maybe getting, some money for infrastructure for our county. Beyond providing life-saving clinical care, Sullivan County Community Hospital acts as a primary economic engine, providing hundreds of stable professional jobs for our community that keep families in our region and fuel our local economy. Because of our disciplined management, SCCH is currently in excellent financial shape. But as we look down the upcoming year, we know that there are a lot of changes happening in the rural healthcare landscape. Changes in Medicaid reimbursement, which really impact us because that's the majority of our patient population and payer mix. And impacts at the state level, like the big beautiful bill, are creating a volatile future for all rural hospitals. So to stay ahead in that environment and facing those challenges, we must continue to modernize. In the next year alone, we face a $6 to $10 million outlay of funds for our electronic health record system. So just as the county maintains roads, its physical roads, our EHR is the digital highway for our patient care. And keeping it current is non-negotiable when we talk about patient safety and efficiency of our hospital. As you've seen, we have continued to grow even in this difficult landscape, and we recognize, and we know that you do too, that robust local healthcare infrastructure is definitely a prerequisite for workforce attraction and regional development. And without it, our community's growth is inherently limited. So, as you can see from the paper that I've given you, and I have some extras if anybody else wants to see that as well, it just talks about our hospital's investment in the community. As you can see from that paper, we have and will continue to invest our own resources into the community. However, as these external pressures mount, we ask that SCCH be included as a priority partner whenever infrastructure funding is considered and if those resources become available. We want to ensure that as the county grows, that its healthcare has resources to grow along with it. And I think that as you take a look at some of the things that we provide in the community, we have a new professional office building and a modernization project that's going to be over $64 million, and we're accepting all of the risk on that because we know that it'll be a big payoff for our community. It will expand services for our community, and it will attract new providers to our area. And also we're redoing the Duggar Clinic, because there are 800 residents there currently that don't have any healthcare provider. We're gonna get that up and running June 1st, and then we're gonna build a new building, which that paper says will be a $400,000 investment. It's gonna look more like a $500,000 investment. So I'm just here to ask that if things come along, that the hospital would be considered as a partner in those things, because looking to the future, it is a very risky future, and right now we look really good because of the leadership that we have. But in the future, we would like to partner, especially if we have monies available. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, appreciate the time, Steve. Okay, if there's no other new business? Yeah.
Did Tim send you that estimate from Yoder's Construction for the fairgrounds?
I don't know if he got it sent to me or not, but I know he gave it to me verbal, yes.
This was the estimate that they gave us, that you guys asked for the, after the council meeting.
And he said he talked to Nate, Nate had said he could still do it? Yeah. Okay, okay.
And here's all the estimates for all the buildings. The building 2 and building 3, I think building 2 is the First Arena's announcer stand. Building 3 is the Curry Nomads stand. That's every roof broken down.
And then building 2 is the announcer's meeting, sir?
Yes. They're all broken down there individually and total there at the bottom.
Okay. And we'll have to go back and look at the insurance and see. We did get an insurance check, so we can do something. We just gotta go back through and see what we've got and what else we've got. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate what your board has done for this diligence too. So I'm gonna take this under advisement. John?
Okay.
You wanna take this under advisement? Have a motion to that effect? I'll take a motion to that. Right? Got a motion second out there. We'll look at it, see where we're at on insurance. Okay. Anybody else new business this evening? Not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening.